next match is a women's singles match. The stunning Lana Austin. And now for her opponent, I hope we're going to slap her face in.
Okay, John Scott here for WrestleLines, and I'm joined by the MC of today at DNA Wrestling, Santiago. How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you. Heard lots about you, but just tell us briefly a little bit about today. Fight Fiction, you're MCing.
Yeah.
You know, everyone. I've just heard everyone backstage praising the fact that you know how well you do when you call out their name, and it's a big thing in wrestling, and people sometimes forget how much of an impact it is. But tell us first of all what this place means to you in DNA at the moment.
Flattery will get you everywhere. Thank you very much. DNA is an awesome new promotion. Started earlier this year. It's gone from strength to strength from the first show through to Fight Fiction today, which is our 5th show of the year. We've got one more coming in December. That's December 14th. How the Grinch Stole British Rest, I believe it's called. Something like that.
Yeah, I've seen it.
You know how we all like these gimmick names on shows these days. But yeah, DNA doing something really different. Not scared of doing some adventurous booking. You might even see a couple of villains face off here. And they really look after the talent, and one of the best promotions to work for at the moment in this country.
Yeah, I'll definitely second that, the amount of facilities that are available, and everybody said the same kind of thing there. There's a lot of good facilities and well kept. Tell us a little bit how you started in this, for those people that don't know.
Okay, well, I used to run a sandwich company, and my tattooist, who was one of my customers, said, I've got a wrestler in today. He's pretty massive. He's called The Bulk, all 38 stone of him. So bring double. I was like, okay. So I popped along and I met The Bulk, and we got chatting. We got on like a house on fire. And he was like, why don't you come and try out? So I had a little tryout for FSW in Kings Lynn. And the rest is, as they say, history, you know, and 3.5, 4 years down the line, I've worked for some really great promotions, Riptide, Rise, all sorts of promotions. The fantastic DNA, obviously, WAW, done a little bit of work for them. And I've started up my own little show. It's a one-off, it's a charity show. And that's next year. That's Retro Wave Wrestling.
Tell us a little bit about that, you know, for those people that want to get involved. How's that going to be for you next year?
Okay, so we're going to try and do something that's never been done before. It's predominantly a comedy show. It's kind of like the Muppet Show. Right. So I guess I'm Kermit the Frog. We've got a whole variety show where the focus isn't just on wrestling. We've got the Bloodshake Chorus as the house band, so a band of zombies playing out the wrestlers. We've also got Turbo Knight, the synth lord from Finland. He's going to be providing a soundtrack to the show. We've got a couple of stand-up comics, Nelson Jr., who's absolutely hilarious, from Zimbabwe. He's one of my comedy teachers, actually, so shout out to Nelson. It's all for the MS Society and the East Anglian Air Ambulance, so two causes that really do need as much help as they can get. I don't want to get too political or anything like that, but they're two causes that mean a lot to me, and I'd like to think that people can get behind it and try and make this show a success. And yeah, have a real good time doing it as well, and put smiles on faces and put some money in the coffers for these two really important causes. So that's the MS Society and the East Anglian Air Ambulance. That's who we're doing this for.
Very worthy cause there.
Absolutely.
So, and if anybody wants to get involved, where can they find out?
Okay, so hit us up on Facebook. It's Retro Wave Wrestling. We're also on Twitter, Mulletman82 at Retro Wave Wrestling. We're going to have the tickets on sale this Friday. So what would that be? That'll be the something of November. Gone to November. Okay, and it's going to be a real great time, and hopefully Turnbuckle TV will be streaming it for us at some point as well. Turnbuckle TV also have my weekly show with them. It's Santiago Sundays, where we jump in the time machine and we go for a spin down the 80s, the 90s and the early 2000s in British wrestling. So give that a little watch as well.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great to meet you finally.
And you too,
and,
man.
good luck with the event next year.
Thank you very much. Catch you down the road.